Welcome back to Starbase, guys. This is Commando Doggo. So today I could not think of a good video to make this week because all I've been doing is pretty much designing the mining ship. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just show you a quick update. I'll just show off a little bit what's been made, what's been added. And yeah, the plating has been a nightmare. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park, but yeah, it's turned out to be a lot more time consuming and tougher than the complicated mechanical parts of the ship itself, just trying to get those plates to fit around all the curvy angles and everything. But yeah, aside from that, the ship's going well. I've been having one major issue, and that's the voxel limits. I've been constantly reaching that, and I've had to remove some crates, and I'm going to have to replace, maybe not have as much armor as I originally planned, which is a bit of a bummer because I do want this to be a combat mining ship, so I don't know, I might have to sacrifice some crates, maybe instead of 400 go down to 350, maybe 300 even, but if I go down too low with the crates then it's not really a mining ship, is it? So yeah, I'll have to think about that. And secondly, I've had to replace the plasma thrusters because I had no idea how expensive these are, so yeah. Don't build plasma thrusters because right now the ore that they use is super expensive. I think it would have cost me like 10 million just to have these two big plasma thrusters in the ship if I paid for the ore. So yeah, that's like a lot more expensive than the actual ship, more than twice, so pretty crazy. So we're going to replace that with tier 2 thrusters. And then lastly, the whole reason you clicked on the video probably is the cockpit. So in the cockpit, the idea is, I mentioned in the previous video that I just want it to be able to rotate 360 around, and at the same time be able to pitch 90 degrees down and 90 degrees up from either side of the ship. So that way your ship can be as heavy and as slow as you want, but the cockpit will be able to move and fire at any oncoming attackers or chasers without having to turn the ship around. So it doesn't matter how fast fighters are, if the cockpit itself is the thing that's moving and not your ship, then you're only limited by the speed of the cockpit. So theoretically you could have a really fast moving cockpit on a very huge ship that could fire on any fighters no matter how fast they are. But it's not working quite as planned though, because it's very buggy, it's very wobbly, and it's very jumpy as well. So like if I try to turn the cockpit just 1 degree to the right or left or down or up, it jumps like 20 degrees. It's a bit difficult, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. But yeah, it's pretty much just a spinning top of lots of rows of robot arms and stacked rotators. Pretty messy, pretty complicated, but I wanted to try it out once and see how it works. If it fails, then I'll just replace the whole thing and just make it more like a normal ship. So here's a demonstration before we start the video. So this is what the inside is like. I've got a hatch that can open, and then you just bring the seat back and you can jump out. And then we have 4 levers. We have one for the seat pitch and one for the pitch of the entire, basically the entire arm that the cockpit sits on, so it can go from top to bottom of the ship. And then the 3rd lever we have rotation 1, and the 4th lever is rotation 2. And rotation 1 is just very normal rotation, left, right, shoot at things. And then rotation 2 is literally it's only to be used once, and it's just to get the turret to be able to face backwards, just so it has a 360 rotation. Yeah, and it kind of works like a spinning top. So you have rotation 1 is sitting on top of rotation 2 line, and rotation 2 line rotates everything that's above it, and rotation 1 also rotates everything that's above it. Yeah, it's basically just like a long line of a spinning top of multiple stacked rotating robot arms on top of one another. It's a bit unrealistic. I think realistically in real space physics this would just break, but you know, it's a game, so let's make use out of it while it's there. and it's going to take me a while to figure out the best way to control this, because I want it to be really easy. If you're piloting this, I don't want you to have to press a million buttons and look left and right. I want it to be so easy that you can just have a couple of hotkeys and you can very easily enter combat mode and quickly turn around and face what's behind you. So yeah, that's the end of my ramble. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this idea. Is it a good idea to move the cockpit instead of the ship if it's really heavy to defend yourself? And thanks for watching. See you next time.